Okay guys, back today with another little journal entries video. Nice, really nice, beautiful day today. Already had my coffee, got my water. So, today's journal entry. Undress the girl. Now, okay, before you start hating me, before you're like, yo, what are you talking about? Let me explain. So, a lot of people. So, okay, first of all, this video might offend some of the girls because I've noticed a lot of my videos offend women, even though what I'm saying is very positive about women, and I don't know how it offends them. And then they try and explain it to me, but what I'm saying is exactly what they're saying, just in different words. I don't know. Most of the time they just don't understand what I'm actually trying to say. But the guys seem to understand, and that's all that matters right now. So, what I mean by undress the girl is, say for example, you're like a guy that's trying to be more healthy, right? You want to focus on what you're consuming, what you're eating, and making sure that it's all healthy stuff. So what do you do when you go to the store? You see like all of these different products that you can buy, all of these consumables, all of these items, and you're like, okay, what ingredients does it have? Are the ingredients healthy for me? So you don't just look at the packaging and say, hey, this is healthy for me, because the packaging could be anything, right? So instead of just looking at the packaging, you go over to the item, pick it up, and then read the ingredients. And the ingredients tell you, okay, this is healthy, this is healthy, this is healthy. Because you know what's healthy based on the ingredients, and then you can decide, oh, I want this, I like this ingredient, I want this ingredient, I want this, I'm lacking in this, and that's what I need. Rather than just looking at the packaging and thinking, hey, I want this based off the packaging, because the packaging might be enticing. So, you might now understand what I mean by undress the girl. So, a lot of guys, when they are in the beginning stages of getting attraction from women and wanting to talk to women, they just look at the girl and think, shit, she's pretty. I want to talk to her. I want to date her. I want to be with her. And it's purely based off of physical attraction, because guys are very much like, what's it called? They act a lot more based off of what they see, rather than what they hear or what they understand from a woman based on her personality, blah blah blah. So essentially what I'm saying in this video, which might seem very basic to a lot of people, is focus a lot more on her personality rather than just her looks. Now, I won't deny, obviously looks are important. You need to be physically attracted to the woman that you're talking to, or the woman that you want to be with, but there comes a certain point where, like, a girl could be a 10-10, right? I hate to quantify and use numbers, but a girl could be a 10-10, right? Perfect looks, but her personality isn't anything. You hate talking to her, blah 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 blah. So, just to explain this in more context, I'm going to give you a personal story. There's this girl that's in my life right now that I found quite attractive, and I started developing feelings for her. And the thing is, because I got that physical attraction from her, I started developing a liking towards her personality, even though I actually didn't like her personality. She wasn't the type of girl that I would want to be with. She didn't have the personality traits that I would want in a girl that I wanted to be with. But I started liking myself towards that because I liked the way that she looked. And you see what I did wrong there? So, the more and more, like, I talked to her and I asked her questions, and I got to know her better. I was like, wait a second, I don't actually like this girl. Why am I talking? Why am I talking to her? No, okay. You can still talk to her, you can still make friends, you can still be social with women because you need to have that feminine aspect in your life. But it's about understanding that, hey, maybe I shouldn't just go based off of looks. And now the thing is, that's really funny, is actually this girl, after I started talking to her, I realised how much she reminded me of my ex, and that's probably the reason why I started liking her more, because she just reminded me so much of my ex, rather than me actually liking her as a person. So this is what I mean by undress the girl, is actually see what traits she has other than just her face and her body and the way she looks. Remove all of that from the equation and look at her based on her values and her qualities and her features. Like her, not her physical features, but her personality features. What is there about her that actually makes her interesting, that likens you to her mental state rather than her physical state, if that makes sense? And then after that, think, okay, how can I be attracted to her physically? Because the thing is, as a guy, like the same way that as soon as I started liking her physically, I started liking her personality as well. It works the same in reverse. So if you like her personality, you can eventually be likened to her physical aspects as well, because I'm not saying like get with a completely ugly girl that looks like a Neanderthal, but I feel like I'm gonna get so much hate from girls on this video, Jesus. The same goes for guys as well, by the way. Like, if you're a girl watching this video, you can, I think girls already do this actually, but it's just when I say anything about them, they get offended. But anyways, back to the point. What point was I mentioning? Yes, the same way that you can be attracted to her physicality and then be likened towards her personality, it works the same in reverse. So you can get likened to her personality and then start getting likened to her physicality as well, because ultimately the physical side of the attraction is primarily just purely animalistic, and as long as she actually is a female, you can be attracted to her. Now once again, I'm not saying get with a complete uggo, still find the woman that you're with attractive, but also just be attracted to her personality. Is her personality one that you would want to be with? Are your personalities compatible? Don't just get attracted by the lust and the there's another word for it, infatuation. Stop getting attracted by those things and stop letting those things draw you in, but rather approach the girl and ask her questions, ask her personality, ask her things to get to know more about her, and then make your decision based on that. It's a summary of the whole rather than like, you should be attracted to her as a whole rather than, hey, I like this one thing and this one thing is going to blow everything about you out of proportion, right? It's like buying a phone and then you see it and you're like, oh my god, that camera is so good on that phone. Women are going to hate me for comparing women to a phone, but you buy a phone and you're like, wow, that camera is so beautiful, I can't wait to get that camera. And then you get the phone and you love the camera is so good, but then you take one picture or you record one video and the battery dies in 10 minutes because the battery is terrible. Oh, and the screen is terrible, so you can't even see those pictures that you took that are so beautiful, or those videos that you took that are so beautiful, because the screen can't even represent what the camera can take. The casing of the phone is so bad, it cracks instantly as soon as you drop it. The only thing good about it is the camera. So what I'm saying is, you want to be attracted to the thing as a whole. You would have rather have bought a phone that, instead of just having like an amazing camera and then everything else was bad, you'd rather have gotten a decent quality phone in every aspect. So maybe the camera isn't the best out there, but it's like here and everything is at this level, rather than, hey, the camera is so good but everything else is down here. You get what I mean? Rather than, so yeah, I hope you understand what I mean. Like, going for the most attractive girl isn't always the answer. Even though a lot of guys base their attractiveness just purely off of perception and how this girl looks. Now, you might not be a lot of all of those guys, you might be nodding your head along and agreeing and being like, yeah, I know what you mean, and thinking that this video is complete bullshit, but there are some guys out there that need this video and need to hear this message of, hey, just stop basing your attraction purely based off of looks. And guys like me that have done that, guys like us, we've made this mistake and we've now understood that, hey, yeah, that wasn't a good thing to do, and it's led us down some bad places, to say the least. But yeah, if you're anything like me, you want a girl that is feminine, submissive, has a personality, has personality traits that are um, stuff that makes her interesting. She has substance. If you ask a girl what her hobbies are, she should be able to rattle off at least 3 or 4. Not just nothing, or not just, oh, I like going out with friends, I like watching TikToks, I like watching Netflix, which is 90% of today's generation. You don't want that. If you're anything like me, you want a girl that maybe she likes art, maybe she likes dancing, maybe she likes singing. You want a creative girl. You want a feminine woman. And yeah, hopefully we can find that. Good luck to us. Anyways, that's it for today. Catch you guys in the next one.